Have you ever felt lost in conversations with younger women, even though you're experienced, mature, and genuinely want to connect? Maybe you're tired of being ignored, unsure of what to say to naturally and subtly capture their attention. But don't worry, because once you learn how to use the right words, simple yet emotionally powerful phrases, you can not only get a younger woman's attention but also draw her in completely. In the world of communication between men and women, especially when there's an age gap, words become your sharpest weapon, not through obvious flirting, but through depth, sincerity, and the quiet confidence of a man who's lived, learned, and grown. There are 6 phrases considered magic spells. Not only do they touch her heart, but they also awaken intense emotions that make her feel special, understood, and most importantly, desired. These aren't just words, they're emotional bridges that make her want to be closer to you, to hear more from you, and even be with you that very night. So, what are these powerful phrases? Do they really work? If you're ready to discover how to speak in a way that captivates younger women, not because of how you look, but because of who you are and the life you've lived, then let's begin. Change might only take one sentence. Phrase number 1. You are more mature than most of the girls I've ever known. Just this one sentence can reach the deepest part of a young woman's heart. It's not just a compliment, it's an acknowledgement, a look that understands the deepest parts of her soul, something not everyone notices. For young women who long to be understood and respected, especially when they are trying to prove themselves in a world full of prejudice, this phrase is like a warm breeze blowing through the doubts that linger in their hearts. You're telling her that you see maturity in her, something not every man is sensitive enough to notice. You're showing her that she's not just a fleeting young beauty, but a woman with depth, thoughts, and admirable qualities. She'll feel the difference from you, not shallow, not empty, but a man with experience, looking at her with true respect and appreciation. And if you softly add, in a warm and sincere tone, I can tell that by the way you speak and make decisions, you see the world with a very mature perspective, you won't just make her smile. You'll leave an indelible mark in her heart. Phrase number 2. You have an energy that makes something special come alive in me. This phrase isn't just a compliment. It's a heartfelt emotion spoken from the heart of an experienced man. It carries a gentle yet profound resonance, making a young woman feel that she's not only beautiful or captivating, but also an inspiration, a light that wakes someone up after days of being closed off. When a man says this with sincere eyes, he's telling her that her very presence, her smile, her gaze, the way she speaks, has touched an emotional part of him that he thought had gone cold. She becomes something different, making him feel alive again, excited, curious, and full of energy. It's no longer just casual conversation, it's a connection that transcends logic and touches the soul. And if he adds softly, I don't know if it's your smile, your presence, or the way you talk, but when I'm around you, I can't help but feel inspired, her heart will surely skip a beat. Not because the words are overly polished, but because they carry a simple truth. She just touched the deepest part of him, a place few others have ever reached. Phrase number 3. I love your authenticity. It's rare these days is a phrase that carries the power of deep appreciation. In a world full of facades, empty words, and constant pretense, for a young woman to be recognized for her true self is incredibly precious. When you say this, you're looking at her with eyes of understanding, acknowledging that her beauty lies not in makeup or appearance, but in the sincerity and courage she shows by being true to herself. This phrase makes her feel safe, heard, and truly valued for her inner worth. It creates a subtle yet powerful emotional connection, making her think, he sees what others don't. And that's what opens her heart, because few people are deep enough to touch the truest part of her. And if you gently add, I've noticed how honest you are and how unafraid you are to express yourself, that's amazing and so rare. You're not just complimenting her, you're conveying a sense of unconditional love and acceptance. It's a feeling that makes her remember you, think about you, and long to be closer to you. Phrase number 4, your gaze has a very unique and radiant spark is a compliment unlike any other. It doesn't talk about external beauty or come off as blatant flirting. Instead, it touches something deeper, the gaze, which reflects the soul and the truest emotions of a person. When you say this to her, you're showing her that you don't just see her as a beautiful girl, but that you perceive something different, a pure, captivating energy radiating from her very eyes. For young women, such subtle compliments carry far more power than flowery words. In their gaze lies a world that no one has truly explored. When you say her eyes have a special spark, you're telling her that you see her, not as everyone else does, but with a genuine and profound attention. And if you gently add, when you look at someone, it's like the whole room lights up. I've never seen that in anyone else. You'll make her feel as if she's carrying something magical with her. A rare sensation, one that makes her unable to stop thinking about your gaze and what you saw in her, something no one else has ever noticed. Phrase number 5. You make me remember the wonderful feeling of living each moment to the fullest. Just one sentence, but it's like a cool breeze blowing through the soul, awakening emotions that seem to have been forgotten in the heart of a seasoned man. When you speak this with a warm gaze and a calm voice, she will feel that she is not only a bearer of fresh beauty, but also the quiet flame reigniting the joy of life within you. Young women always hope that they can bring something positive to someone, especially to a mature man. And this sentence is clear proof of that. Her presence is not fleeting like everyone else's, but truly touches your soul, stirring things you had forgotten, the carefree laughter, the spontaneous joy, and the feeling of living fully in the present moment. If you gently add, your energy makes me feel more alive, want to laugh, have fun, and forget all worries, it's truly inspiring. You will make her heart flutter with happiness. Because now, she is not just a vibrant, youthful girl, but the one bringing joy to a man who truly values the emotions and moments in life. Phrase number 6. Just being near you makes my mind start imagining things I shouldn't be thinking about. This sentence is both bold and full of subtlety. It's like a gentle wave, yet utterly captivating, making the atmosphere between the two of you suddenly thick with emotion. No direct words, no touch, just a glance, a warm voice, and a light smile, and you've sparked an electric current running through her heart. Young women don't always need blatant flirtation. They appreciate clever innuendos, where attraction lies in mystery and the confident control of the man. And when you say this, you're showing her, I'm being pulled into a world that's just the two of us, and my imagination is no longer listening to reason. If you continue with a deep gaze and say, I keep thinking about how perfect it would be if it were just the two of us here, no one else, you've planted a sweet, longing vision in her mind. The boundaries between reality and imagination begin to fade, leaving a quiet, suspenseful space that will make her unable to stop thinking about you, not just in that moment, but long after. Imagine, with just a few lines of text, you don't need a standout appearance, nor do you need to speak in flowery words in person, but you can still make her think about you all day, her heart racing from a single message from you. This isn't a fantasy, but a reality when you know how to use magnetic texts, words that awaken deep emotions within her, creating a connection that's both sweet and irresistibly intense. You are no longer just an ordinary man in her eyes. You become the only one who makes her feel something, the only one she looks forward to hearing from with each phone notification. And the most magical thing is, she will be the one reaching out to you, thinking about you, longing for you, just because you know how to touch her soul at the right moment, in the right way. Love doesn't need to be loud, it just needs to be subtle and sincere. Once you understand that, you don't need to chase anyone, they will choose to stay. And once her heart has been touched, nothing will stop her from wanting to be close to you, tonight. Thank you for listening. Feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.